because I'm almost certain there is a promo for the McGuire review, and Bear, there is not. Okay.
Join the team.
Hey, Team McGuire Review, and today we're going to take a look at Brotherwise games. So this is a series they do called Call to Adventure. If you haven't heard of this game, it's a very cool game, and we're going to take a look here on why this game might be very, very appealing to you, or maybe it's not, right? But I think it's going to be appealing to a lot of different types of gamers, whether you are an RPG gamer or you like board games, but maybe you don't like RPGs. This really is kind of something in the middle that is a full-scale board game, but if you really love RPGs and don't play board games, I think you're going to love to play this title. And it's fairly low cost for the high-quality components and what you get in this game and the replayability of it. It's really awesome, and we're going to go over some ways that you can utilize this game, do some cool things from an RPG aspect. Now, they've had a number of releases of this game. Essentially, these are all pretty much the same game. There are some minor mechanics that are different, and this one here is primarily what the video is going to be on, the brand new Epic Origins version of this game, which it's a hard call, but I will have to say is by far, well, it's hard to be a hard call and it's by far, but this one's my favorite version of Call to Adventure, and I'll show you why. So they've had a number of releases. This is the very first one I got. These have all been the deluxe editions, although this one's a little bit different. It didn't have the... I don't believe they were doing the book style yet when they first came out with this, but it does have the deluxe components. So we've got that one. We've got the Stormlight Archive, which is right here, which I got in the deluxe set. And then there has been the Name of the Wild. I did not get that one. That was that one was an expansion. I didn't pick up that one. I just didn't happen to get it. Not because I didn't want it. I just didn't happen to get it. And then this is the brand new one, which is Epic Origins. So we're going to set these to the side here. So they're out of our way. And I'll show you what you get in here. If you do want to play this game and you want to know how to play this game, then I'll put a link up here in the video where we did, I believe I did a video on this one too, but I'll put the link to this first Call to Adventure game, because in this one we go over pretty much how to play and the mechanics and everything deep dived into this system, into this game. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to show you what you got here, and I'm going to talk about why this game is pretty cool. Now, it did come with a little promo pack here, which is part of the deluxe setup. So we'll open it up here because I'm almost certain there is a promo for the McGuire review, and Bear, there is not. Okay. Come on, guys. Okay, getting into Epic Origins Call to Adventure. Now, you will notice when they do the deluxe editions, and I will recommend if you want to pick up this game, or if they continue to make more versions of this game, that you do get the deluxe edition. It will come with some extra bits, generally some more cards, as well as you get a really cool box. So this is kind of a standard board game box. This one has got the magnetic closure, and it's got that kind of ancient book style, right? Which is pretty cool. Check that out. Pop the top. Well, not really the top. Pop the side. You can feel the magic runes. Okay, so you can see there how what that looks like, right? You've got the cool artwork on the inside. It's got that wooden book style. It goes nicely on the shelf, kind of in a book. Pretty cool, okay? So let's open this up. We're going to spin it around. This one is very different, and this is the reason why this one is probably my favorite from this. I keep saying probably. It is. It is my favorite from this series. You do get more of a campaign. These are not campaign-based. You kind of play through the game. You'll play game after game. It's more of a singular kind of experience. This one has the ability to do a campaign as you go through the game, which is cool. This one also thematically appeals to me the most. All of these kind of have that, RPG style fantasy theme to them in the artwork. They are aligned to various different books and things. You'll notice if you know these particular things. However, This one just really, from my perspective, killed it with like the tabletop RPG type art style. You know, you've got like the traditional fantasy heroes, the big dragon. It's all themed like that. You really feel like you're sitting down and playing, you know, a Pathfinder or a Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. And that's how all the artwork is going to be themed as well. So you do have these secret envelopes. There are 7 chapters, so as you go through the campaign, it will indicate when you're to open these envelopes, and you'll get extra little goodies and extra cards. So it's kind of a secret little campaign unlock type thing, so that's pretty cool. You've got your rule book. It's really straightforward. It does feel like it's a rule book that's bigger than it should be for a game like this. That is because the text is really big. There's a ton of artwork. Imagery shows you exactly how to play. The game is very, very straightforward and very simple. Okay, again, you want to know how to play the game, watch the other video, and we deep dive into how to play the game. You're going to get some awesome player mats. There's no printing on the backside, and I've really kind of come around to this because when you think about creating an offering for the consumer, you want to make sure that you're cutting costs everywhere that you possibly can that makes sense. So you get the best price on this. And again, I think you'll be very surprised on what the price of this is for the high quality components and gameplay and experience that you're going to get. So I highly recommend checking that out, and you're probably going to be surprised. So you get these cool player mats. They do indicate here what some of the runes do at the bottom and some combinations you'll see here on the side. And you will place your cards on this mat, right? So you do get 4 of them. It is a 1 to 4 player game. So you can solo this game as well. There is a score sheet that's included. This is where you'll obviously keep all your scores. All right, that's in there. You will get the deluxe upgrade component, the little red crystals here. If you don't get that, then you'll get the actual chits for the little red crystals. But these are pretty cool. I think that's worth it to upgrade for. You're going to get a number of cards here that you're going to be able to use as you play the game. And I will say the artwork is just phenomenal. Check out the artwork here on the side-by-side cam to see how cool this stuff is. The artwork is done really, really well in this set. I will also call out that the card quality is extremely high. Very thick cards. So these are really thick cards, like probably twice as thick as your standard board game card. They have a nice coating on both sides of the cards, so you know I won't even sleeve these. I don't really sleeve cards anymore. It's really not necessary as long as the cards are made, you know, quality. They're thick and they're coated like they should be. Sleeving's not really required anymore. So again, that's my opinion. A lot of people like to sleeve everything, but whatever. So card quality, really high. You've got a nice little tray here that's got all of your plastic runes, and you can even store, you can store some other things in here if you want to, but you'll see there a nice tray. And these are, these are nice little high quality bits of matte, smooth finished plastic that are engraved and painted. And during the game, you will have a set of these in your hand, various times, and you'll be kind of rolling them and kind of casting your runes to see what you can do when it's your turn. So that's a really cool concept, and I like that. And then at the very bottom, you have the rest of your cards, your larger cards. These are in 3 different types. So you will have 3 different types of these cards, from easy to a little bit harder. And these are the cards that you'll use to kind of go through and gain and acquire based on the runes that you have and the runes that you've cast. You'll be able to gain these cards. And these cards will do different things. Gain this card and you have at least 2 these types of cards. You'll gain 2 of the red crystals. You may return one of those cards if you have played to your hand. So they do a number of different things, and they'll help you gain kind of these crystals and these victory points over the course of play. And again, there's 3 different types of cards. They all fit right back in the insert, which is nice. And in today's standard, I guess, of board games, things need to be kind of well organized back in. There's nothing worse than getting a brand new, like, awesome board game, and the inside is just a big bear, or it's some cheapy, like, generic insert that doesn't even fit the components. It's just, I don't know. This one is done really nice. Everything fits right back in, nice and clean, and it's no problem. Even these, right? They go right across the top, and once you open them, obviously they'll go into the holders, and then they won't even be up top anymore. Okay, so that is the brand new Brotherwise Games Call to Adventure Epic Origins. Such an awesome version of this. And again, what makes this so fun is you can play the game and build this character over the course of your gameplay. And then when the game is over, it's fun to go around the table and kind of tell your story. Tell your character's story along the way. And the game's designed that way, where it's kind of in these like progressive chapters, and you'll be able to tell that story at the end of the game. And it does make for a lot of fun, not only for the player kind of explaining it, but for everybody else sort of listening again to that overarching story, which is cool. The other way that you can use these titles from an RPG perspective is character, like literally character creation. You could go through and just play a game and then say, okay, this is the character that I'm building for my next RPG adventure, whether it's a one-shot or a full-scale campaign. And you can kind of base your character around what you've designed by playing this game, because you're going to get a lot about that character that you would set up in pretty much any type of RPG or major RPG system. So that's another way that you can use Call to Adventure to have fun with your RPGs. And that's why I think this is an awesome title for both tabletop RPG players as well as board game players, or both. So if you like this content, click that like, hit the subscribe button to be part of the team. Keep rolling them crits. This has been the McGuire Review, and we'll see you next time.